Hello there. My name's Debbie. I live in Chelmsford in Essex, the UK. And I am on here because I have fibromyalgia and I'm pretty sure I have chronic fatigue syndrome as well. And for a start, this is probably well, I know it is. It's the first time that I have tried to make... No, I'm lying. This is my third attempt of making a video for YouTube for people with fibromyalgia or chronic fatigue syndrome or both. I'm not an expert. I want to put that out there straight away. I am just a normal Joe Blogs that has been hit by fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome. It basically knocked me off my feet a year ago. I didn't really know a lot about fibromyalgia. I certainly didn't know that I had it. And to be honest, looking back at my life, I probably always had it and not realised. But I think this time when it hit, it literally knocked me off my feet. I couldn't feel my body from the waist down. And it happened like that. So yeah, it frightened the life out of me. So anyway, the point of this video is because I've spent the last year trying to find out as much as possible as much as I can, every little bit of information about fibromyalgia. And it was hard. It's been really bloody hard. Trying to figure out what's going to happen to me, what could happen to me. Is what happening to me, every symptom I'm getting at the moment and have been getting for the past year, is it because of fibromyalgia or is it something else? But anyway, when I first got hit with it and realised what it was, probably 3 months after the day I couldn't feel my legs, I thought, hang on a minute, I think this is fibromyalgia, because I kept looking for information about my symptoms and fibro kept popping up. And the more it kept popping up, I thought, I think I think that's what I've got. And then eventually a doctor wrote the word fibro. He actually wrote fibro type pain in my medical notes. He didn't actually mention it to me during my appointment, but since this all started, I've learnt that I need to read my medical notes. I need to know exactly what people are writing about me and does it tally up with what's really going on with me. So yeah, because I came home and I looked at the notes that he'd written down, I found that he'd actually written down appears to be fibro type pain. And I thought, my God, it is. It's fibromyalgia. Um, and as I said, I tried looking for information, and there's nothing out there, is there? You're either bombarded with, oh, this is fibromyalgia, that's fibromyalgia, this is what happens when you have fibromyalgia, all these different symptoms. Um, so yeah, you either go on Facebook and you're bombarded with it all, like just people. Like I joined, I think two, um, because I was desperate for information. I joined two groups on Facebook about fibromyalgia, and I'm sorry, but it was just people whining. It was, and I know it's hard. I know it's fucking hard. Sorry, I swore, but come on. Um, so yeah, I'll just scroll past all the whining. I don't do whining. Um, I just want facts, and I want people to be honest. Um, but yeah, those groups just felt, oh god, they just brought me down every time I went on them. I think I found out a couple of little things. I thought, oh okay, yeah, I get that. That's okay. So that's to do with the fibromyalgia as well then. So I picked up a couple of tips. But most of the time I went on, and when I come off, I felt like, oh my god, honestly, I felt so down and depressed. And I thought, God, is that what my life's going to be like? Am I going to be one of those people? Um, and don't get me wrong, there's nothing more wrong with moaning about it and whining and whinging. Um, but I think if you're going to go on online and write about it, then try and give people some sort of um, a bit of a little bit of light at the end of the tunnel, because it's hard. It's hard enough, isn't it? Um, Without going on and listening to people going, oh yeah, and I get this and I get that and I've had it for so long, and I do get it, because I have days like that where I'm like, oh, I just can't do it. I can't do today. I'm not doing today. Um, but anyway, the reason for this is, um, as I say, I went online and I wanted to find out as much information as possible on fibromyalgia, because I'd seen 3 or 4 separate doctors, or I have seen 3 or 4 separate doctors at my surgery. And I'm not knocking them, because, I'm not knocking them. But not one of them has sat me down and said to me, right, Debbie, if this is fibromyalgia, this is what you could expect with it. Nothing. Like, not one of them has said to me what fibromyalgia is and what it could entail. So I've literally had to come home, and I admit, yeah, Google stuff. They say don't Google it, whatever you do, but you have to. You have to come home and you have to do your homework. And I've come across some really crap information, which is clearly trying to sell products. You know, take this, take that, do this, do that, and you'll feel like $1,000,000. And it's all about this, trying to make a bit of money, I'm not into that. I don't want anything to do with that. For a start, I haven't got any money because I haven't worked for a year, so I've got no money coming in at all. And I'm not going to waste it on crap. But anyway, going off on one now. I just want to come on, introduce myself, Debbie, hi. I've been dealing with this for just over a year now. And I'm pretty sure there's probably a lot of people out there that are like me, trying to find their way through all the dross that's out there to try and find the information that's literally going to make a difference. Because it's hard. You are literally having to self-advocate all the time. I've had to talk to my doctors, tell the doctors that, right, these are my... I literally wrote down a list of all my symptoms on a piece of paper, because I was getting to the point where I kept crying. Every time I went to the doctors, I went to open my mouth and I just kept crying, and I thought, oh my God, this isn't going to get me anywhere. They just think I'm this pathetic, and I'm not a crier. I don't do that. But yeah, I was sort of in that, please will someone just help me? Please do something, just help me. There's something wrong with me. I don't know what's happening. Please help me. And I was in that mode. Because I was frightened. I was petrified. My legs had gone numb. I couldn't walk. And it was scary. And I wanted help. But yeah, I didn't personally get any information from my GPs, put it that way. I gave them the information they needed to go forward. So I did all my homework, gathered all my information, and then I went in and said, right, okay, can you refer me to the chronic fatigue syndrome service? Can you refer me for this? Can I have these blood tests done? And it was doing that all the time, but obviously it's not just as straightforward as that, because as you know, with fibromyalgia, half the time your brain's not working properly. And it's hard enough just getting up in the morning some days. Some days all I do is get up, get washed, get dressed. That's all I do. That's all I can do. I can't think straight. I can't see straight. I'm bloody useless on those days. But I don't call them bad days anymore. I try not to. I call them my rest days. I have a lot of rest days, trust me. But today's an okay day. It's pretty good today. Yesterday was even better, but today's okay too. I did make a video for you yesterday. I thought I'd been really clever, because I don't do stuff like this. And I've gone on and I've done the video and really explained. I probably did it a lot better yesterday than I'm doing today, to be honest. I feel like I'm just rambling today. But then when I went on to watch my video, the video hadn't come out. The audio had, but the video hadn't. So put it down to experience. So today I'm hoping this is going to go better, and when I look back at this, I rerun it, or whatever the word is, it will come out okay. But anyway, the reason I'm on here is I've looked for anything and everything to help me. I've got quite a lot of my information from America rather than the UK. And there aren't any, I found these two women. One was a doctor and the other I think, a physiotherapist of some sort. And they're American, they live in America, and they both live with fibromyalgia. So they're proper experts and professional too. So they do this, I think, is it called a podcast? I don't know the jargon, but they do this on YouTube. I think it's called Fibro Girls or something. I could be wrong on that. But I went on there quite a lot in the beginning, and I got a few interesting things I found out from them. And then I gathered more from Fibromyalgia UK and the NICE guidelines for the UK on fibromyalgia. Um, I just searched and searched and searched. And it's been really hard. It's been really hard living through this year of really, like, fibro really attacking me, like, big time. Um, so to try and do all that and deal with living with fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue, and trying to deal with the doctors and going to all the appointments and having to use public transport to get to the hospital and back home again because we haven't got a car. So everything is 10 times harder to do. My husband has to have time off work every time I have an appointment at the hospital, so he has to come with me. And anyway, yeah, it's this whole big, isn't it? Um, and what was the point I was making? This is another one, like the brain fog, the fibro fog, as they call it. It's a nightmare. Like, you start making a point, you go off on a tangent, and then you come back and you're like, well, what was the point I was trying to make? It's just come back to me. The point I'm trying to make is I needed someone like this, a normal person sitting on YouTube making videos and talking about their experiences and what they've had to do to find out what's wrong, what's going on with them, what can they do to help themselves. And I found that out, like, over and over and over again. We'll all hear the words, listen to your body. And it's really, really hard, and it's really, really interesting to listen to your body, because, especially for me, because everything just happened overnight, literally. So I've just spent the last year listening to my body, writing in my pain diary. I used to work in care, so I used to do care plans and things like that for our residents in the care home. So as soon as this started happening, I started making a pain diary that I write in every day, and I'm still writing in every day, trying to see if there was a pattern of some sort or something I could do to make me feel better, or think, are there things that I've been doing that I shouldn't be doing that are making me feel worse. So yeah, it's been this huge lot of processing, and you'll know yourself, it's really bloody hard. So yeah, I'm reaching out to those of you that have felt like me for the last year, or for however long it's been for you. Some people are out there that had it for 20, 30 years before they realised, or someone told them, that they have fibromyalgia. So don't think I'm sitting here complaining. I will complain, but I'm not sitting here going, oh, poor me, I've had this horrific year and I want sympathy. I don't. It's not about that. I know that there are thousands of people out there that have been going through what I've been going through for 20, 30, 40 years. I know that. I just want other people to be able to come on, find a video of a normal person saying, hey, I have fibromyalgia. This is what I've found out. And maybe it will help you. Maybe it won't. We're all different. That's another thing I found. We may have fibromyalgia, but some people get certain symptoms and other people don't. It's a right mixture. So, and some people get it worse than others. So yeah, it's not bloody easy, is it? But I just, if you sit and you're listening to this video and you're going, my God, bloody hell, yeah, that's how I'm feeling, or that's what I'm going through, or that's what I went through, jump on board, comment underneath. I've never done anything like this before, ever. But I'm doing it because I needed this. I personally needed something like this to help me through it. And I'm not going to guide people. I'm not a guide. I'm just a normal person that is living through this. And if you want to natter, if you want to ask a question, you could help me too. You know, I haven't found a miracle. I wish I had. But what I do know is that you have got to want to feel better to make yourself feel better. You can't just sit there thinking, oh, you know, at some point something will change. Someone will come up with some great medication or something so that I won't have to feel like this anymore. Maybe they will, but the odds are they won't. There aren't enough people working on fibromyalgia in the UK, trust me, to come up with something like that. We've got to help ourselves. That's what I'm saying to you. That is what I've found. If you want to feel better or have more better days than rest days, you're the only one that can do something about that. And that's what I found. So, yeah, it's very rare for me to have a good day like today, and I had a good day yesterday. I usually have 2 or 3 really good days in a row, and then I'm messed up for, I don't know, 8 to 12 weeks, sometimes longer. And I've started doing certain things or taking certain vitamins, and I have found that you all know, if, like me, last Saturday, I had to go and have an MRI on my head. And you'll know, if you have fibromyalgia and you have to lay in that scanner for 20 minutes, like, your body and your brain are literally obliterated. Absolutely obliterated. Like, there are no words. are there to explain how you feel after having an MRI. So I don't know, 8-9 months ago I had an MRI, and it took me 3 weeks to get over it. 3 weeks. Or I'd have a friend over that I hadn't seen for months because I haven't been up to it. They finally come over and we have a really nice time. And I have noticed that sometimes I can get up and I'll feel quite low and think, oh, I'm not sure I'm going to have a pretty good day today. But if a friend turns up and we start chatting and we start laughing, and yes, I use a lot of energy doing it, but my God, do I feel so much better afterwards. Like mentally, because it's just so good to talk and have a laugh with a friend. But yeah, just 8-9 months ago, that would knock me for 6. I'd be like knackered for 3 weeks. I wouldn't be able to do anything for 3 weeks. Not that I do much now, but you know what I mean. It's absolutely awful. So I've forgotten again what point I was going to make. Oh, it's so frustrating. But yeah, that's the point I was going to make. It took me 3 weeks, 2 or 3 weeks to get over whatever it was, okay? Whether it be good or bad experience, it would take me 2 or 3 weeks to get over. Now, yes, as I say, I still have bad days, but me getting over going for an MRI or having a friend round, my God, has significantly dropped. Like, I had an MRI on Saturday. Today is what's the day today? Wednesday. So that's Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. This is day 5, okay, after my MRI on my head. And I'm having a good day today, and I had a really good day yesterday, okay? So that was 3 days. I mean, I was in my garden yesterday, like transferring plants from pots into the ground. So that's 3 days it took me to get over that MRI. 3 days instead of 2 or 3 weeks. So I'm doing something right. And I think it's probably an accumulation of different little things, little changes that I've made that are making a difference. I'm still only saying I think, because some of those changes have literally I've only just done it. It's been a gradual, I've been introducing little things along the way. And I think an accumulation of those little things that I've been introducing have definitely made a difference on how I recover after having people round. I mean, so I must be doing something right, okay, that's made me feel a little bit better. And feeling a little bit better with fibromyalgia is huge, isn't it? So I'm going to go, because I've been on here now for half an hour. And we haven't even really touched the surface, have we? So I'm going to upload this onto YouTube. And see what happens. I hope you enjoy listening, and I don't want to be doing this on my own. I want your input. Jump in, comment at the bottom, tell me your story, give me your tips, okay? And we'll try and get a little community of us going here. And in so doing, hopefully, we'll make each other feel just a little bit better, if not more.